Hey guys, Grant from Four Wheeling in New South Wales. It's January 2020. Can you believe it? 2020 already. Unreal. We're up here camping, or down here camping actually, in the Southern Highlands for our Christmas this year. We normally go up to Turon National Park up near Lithgow, but unfortunately with all the fires around, it was on the fringe of the fire line, so they shut a lot of the national parks, as many people are aware. May I take this opportunity too to say I really feel for all the people that have been affected by these fires. They're just absolutely horrendous, and our hearts, honestly, sincerely, our hearts go out to them, people that have lost homes and animals, and it's just horrible. It doesn't seem like there's going to be any real break to it, so hopefully they get on top of it soon and we don't see any more lives lost or homes gone. But yeah, obviously, having said that, we had to change our camping plans this year. We couldn't go to our normal spot, so we were going up to Camp Cobark up at Gloucester, where they had the Drifter event earlier last year. But even up there, the river that runs right through the property there, I rang the owner up there and he said all the river had dried up. There was not much swimming, and we kind of, as much as we would like to have gone up there, we thought, you know, 40-degree heat with no water to swim in, it's just going to be way too hot. And I've got time off at Christmas, which it's the only time I can sort of really get a couple of weeks off, so we had to look at alternatives. So yeah, we've come down here to the Platypus Valley Campgrounds, I think it's called. I'll put an overlay here so you can see where it is. But it's basically down in the Southern Highland. Around behind me, over my shoulder here, is the Wollpad River, which meets up with the Paddy River just down the track a little further. So you can see in the background here, normally the water would run through here. There's a bit on the other side there, but it normally would run through here, but it is very dry. I'll take you for a wander down past our campsite. There are a couple of huge big deep holes, water holes down here, and some nice swimming, but I'll just do a quick walk around so you can see. They've got nice little park benches set up everywhere. As you can see, there's one here, another one back down there towards the vehicle. There's one next to our gazebo where we've set up to cook tonight. It is a bit hazy, to be honest. The fires aren't anywhere close by. I think they're on the other side of that mountain a fair way from here, but obviously with a change in the wind pattern, we are seeing a bit of smoke coming in. So we've just got to keep our eye out for that. But it was a bit of a sort of stuck in a rock and a hard place, because we had to go away somewhere to utilise my time off work. But as I said, everywhere was sort of either burning or had been burnt. So just, yeah, quick walk around. Behind me here, that is a drop toilet. I don't really need to film inside, but there is a battery in there. They've got a solar panel up on the roof and a deep cycle battery inside, so there's a light switch in there that you can use at night time. This is a little shower block, which I will film. They've done this quite well. So they've got inside, you've got a little seat there that you can sit on to get changed or whatever. They may have to reattach that sheet of iron I just noticed it's missing, or you got your sky views. Shout out to Kick-Ass. They've got the Kick-Ass gas hot water service in the shower, little fiberglass, similar to what you'd see in those site sheds, the council site sheds. So basically there's a switch here which you turn on. There's a pump outside, you got your water there, and there's a gas bottle around there connected to the Kick-Ass. So you turn the gas on, flick this on, set your temperature, and away you go. The pump pumps the water through. There's a light there that you can flick on at night, which runs off the battery as well. These showers are set up throughout the campgrounds, I believe. We're staying at the Wollpad campsite, which there's 3 sites, I think, from memory. There's, no, 4 it must be, A, B, C and D. We've booked D, which is basically from the big tree on the left of our gazebo to that big dead bugger there in the middle. So we've got that whole section to set up. So yeah, there's your pump and the gas bottle. Up behind us there is a big water tank up on the hill, and they pump water up to the water tank and then it's gravity fed down to here, hence all the pipes running everywhere. But yeah, I wandered down, a bit of bird life. We've seen a few, well, there goes a little Jenny wren. There's bluebird. It is a private property. I don't know if they're wild emus, but as we came in there was a fairly large emu and a baby emu ran through the bush here. This property, for anyone that may not know, it's actually owned by Roger Roger Fanlin, I think his name is. He used to own the Cub Campers company, and he sold it, and he's obviously bought this property and now leases it or hires it out for camping. So there's our camp setup. I'm going to put my swag in underneath the awning off the side of the Vitara. We've got the trailer there with the fridge and the battery and all set up and the solar panel running. Got our gazebo for cooking under. Still got to put Mandy's tent up. Mandy and Chloe are going to sleep in the tent over sort of where the solar panels are. I'm going to put up the little instant up canvas tent. There is a review on another video on my channel for that. It was an awesome buy from Aldi, of all places. I've got Dane's little setup there, and he's brought his two brothers along, so they've got little pop-up tents. Now this is another campsite from that large tree above the chimney down to this tree here that's half out of the ground. There's my new Ridge Rider director's chair. My lovely daughter Emily bought me for Christmas. Still got the tag on it. So I'll go for a wander down here, just so you can see where the water is. It's not too far, maybe 50 metres from camp. So yeah, this is another site here. Fire pits, another park bench. The gentleman that met us at the gate said that unless it's a total fire ban, they're happy for you to have, you know, fires, not bonfires obviously when it is a fire time of the year, but you can have fires. So I've got my drifter fire pit which we'll crank up later on for some coals, or I can use, we bought some heat beads just in case. So yeah, this is the river coming through here. The other thing is it's pet friendly, so if your dogs are well behaved, you can bring dogs with you. As you can see, we've got Doug, and there's the river. There's Loki. Hello boy, don't jump on me though. Ah, you're all wet. Why do dogs do that? They've got to shake right next to you. You've got 200 acres and they shake right next to you. So yeah, down there further is, I think the gentleman that led us down to the site, or met us at the gate and brought us down to the site, I think he said that's the Wollpad River on the other side of that little tree line, small tree line there, and then the Paddy River. I think he said this is the Paddy River. It could be vice versa. I do apologise if it's incorrect. This may be Wollpad River and the other side's Paddy, but yeah, nice deep water, beautiful big deep holes. Now, Chloe in the canoe. This canoe's here already as well, so you can use it at your own leisure. We didn't have to bring that canoe with us. So the kids are out having a swim. Bit of weed in the water there, but nothing to worry about. And so that's the water hole. And yeah, back to camp. Another big solar panel there. Actually, I'd say it's probably a pump or something there that takes water up to the tank. He said there's pipes everywhere, so a couple of life jackets as well, just in case. So yeah, we're going to stay here today. Yeah, today's Tuesday, and we've booked Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday, and we check out on Friday, I think 10 o'clock. So not that there's really anyone else here to worry too much about, but do the right thing and yeah, we'll be out of here. We don't want to be hanging about too late anyway if it starts getting hot. They've predicted a bit of rain, and we really don't mind at this point. We'd be happy for it to rain the 3 days we're here if it means greening up the place and getting water where it needs it. So anyway, keep watching. We'll film a bit of stuff, a bit of cooking and whatnot, and I thought I'd film it mainly because we couldn't find anything on YouTube. There was no videos on this particular site. I don't know why. Apparently it is quite a popular place to camp, but there was no other videos, so thought we'll film it for others anyway. If people want to come out and check it out, at least you know you can see what it's like. So good rocky terrain. There's not really any four-wheel drive tracks that we've seen, but you are only maybe half hour from Mittagong, Mossvale sort of area. So yeah, if there's any four-wheel driving tracks around there, you know, national parks, you could go and check out anyway and do a day run. So thanks for watching, guys, and keep watching. We'll film a bit more. Cheers. Morning, guys. It's the start of day 2, and just thought I'd bring the camera up here. May not be able to quite see them or hear them, but just up in the tree there's a bunch of gang cockatoos. Oh, there they go. They're the beautiful grey ones with the red fluffy heads. There's heaps of them up here. Yeah, a bit of a smoky start to the day. There's no fires here again, not close by anyway that we know of, but obviously a wind change late yesterday afternoon's brought a heap of smoke in, so we'll see how the day clears out. We're going to go for a swim today because it's going to be warm again, I believe. I'll just see if I can get up a bit closer to these cockatoos. You can see them in the tree there. I think it's a male and a female. We'll see how much closer I can get to them so you might be able to see them. I can't actually zoom with this camera. You can see them just there having a morning feed, bit of breakfast, about 6:30 in the morning. I woke at 5:30, but thought I'd just lay in for a little while. I'll get a bit closer. There it is, it's a male and a female. They're beautiful birds, the gangs. They're rather quiet. I'm about maybe 5 metres away from them. They seem oblivious to me being here. How cool's that? Yeah, so with this campsite, guys, just pan up there to the tree. There's a 1, 2, 3, 4, another 5 gangs just above me here in the dead tree. Yeah, what I was going to say with this property, this campsite property, we are on the Wollpad site, which they do list site A, B, C and D, and they all say they're, river frontage. Just as a review for other people, obviously the seasons change and we are in the middle of a drought, I get all that. However, as the property owner, they really need to update their website a bit more frequently. All the photos on there are obviously from times when it was full river flowing and green grass and all that sort of thing. For all of us to camp for 3 nights, it's cost us a bit under $500, so it's not overly cheap. Where we were going to camp up at Gloucester, it was $20 per day per site or per car, not per person. Here we've paid $25 odd an adult, and Chloe being under 16 is, I think it was 15 a night, something like that. So yeah, it's not overly cheap. Not having a gripe or a whinge, I'm just pointing it out for other people that the site or the property website does need to be updated a bit more regularly. It says each of these campsites along here, site A, B, C and D, it does say that they're all riverfront. Now, obviously this here at some point, when it is not in the middle of a drought, I would assume that this is water running through here that feeds down to the river. But if you're at this campsite here, for instance, you've actually got to walk along past where we've camped here, down past that green tent and all the way down to the very distant big dead tree that you can see in the background there to get to the river. So not saying that this is not river frontage normally when it's not a drought, but yeah, if you've not been up here like us, we've never been here before, and they did say there's still a lot of water. We would have thought that the water was coming through here, and it's clearly not. So a little bit disappointing if you were banking on, parking your campsite here and having the river frontage. So they just need to be a bit seasonal update savvy, I guess, on their website. Same thing with the ground, even if, when they email you the address and all, even if they'd said it's very dry, make sure you bring appropriate camp gear, because we've got here, trying to peg standard tent pegs into the ground here is just impossible because it's so dry and compacted. We found any of these little cracks, and I've used some big twisted shank spikes that I had at home, trying to get normal tent pegs into here, you'd bend them like nothing else. And the other thing too, they did say you don't even need to bring your camp tables. There's a picnic bench at each site. Now that's not a lie, there is a park bench here, we've got one at ours as well, but they just need to keep on top of their furniture. Again, not having a whinge, but if we'd left all the tables at home, if you have a look at that one, it's like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. You get 4 adults sitting on that, and the whole thing's just going to tip over. It's got a massive big crack through the board. It's sort of solid-ish, but yeah, it's just disappointing when you fork out, a fair bit of money and you expect one thing and you get up here and it's totally different. So they just need to be
a little bit more honest and upfront, I guess, as seasons change with their listings or the information that they do email you after you've booked it, unfortunately. So, but yeah, other than that, it's a beautiful property. Like, it's, you know, it's plenty of room up the back here. There's paddocks as far as your eye can see. There's paddocks all up the back here. So it is a nice spot. It's as I said, it's just a little disappointing when it's not how you sort of expected it. So yeah, but other than that, we'll see how we go for the next couple of days anyway. I'm going to go and fire the barbie up. We've got pancakes for breakfast, or bacon and eggs today, I think. Oh, another gang flying over. But beautiful and quiet. Like, there's no other campers here. It's a really nice, quiet spot. But yeah, and like that too, with the shower block and the toilet block up the back here, a section of corrugated iron that's come off the roof, which is laying behind the shed there now. It's now January 2020, and they put an online review middle of 2019 saying that a roof panel had come off. And obviously, if you're showering in there in the rain, where the little table is to put your clothes on, that's going to get all wet because the roof panel was missing. Now, that was 7 months ago. You know, if people are spending a decent bit of cash to come and stay up here, they need to invest that money back into the property. So just little stuff like that, fix the iron on the roof, and maybe renew a couple of these park benches so that you can sit at it without it falling over. Yeah, I'm going to go and fire up the barbie, guys. So cheers, I'll talk to you later on. Now, we are cooking a lamb in the camp oven, and oh my god, the flies. That is the only bad thing here. The minute we started cooking this, 8 billion flies came out of nowhere. We've even put a bag of rubbish out to try and entice them out of the way, but they're just relentless. All over our feet, they're everywhere. That looks all right though, Mandy. Roast lamb. We couldn't have a fire, so we've had to do it on the gas in the camp oven, but it still smells as good.
That one's for you. You've got to choose that, yes? Knock down 50.
Oh yeah, that smells bloody good. That's coming along nicely. Carrots and spuds. Cream of mushroom soup in on top. Oh, it's smelling bloody good. How was your shower, Puds?
Good.
So we're towards the end of day 2. It's about 6:30. We're just about to tuck into that yummy looking lamb stew, roast stew. Had our shower up here, all nice and fresh. Done some clean clothes, and yeah, we can't have a fire again today, which is a bit of a bugger, but we might sit up for a little while anyway with the camp lights and play cards or something, and then have another early night. So catch us tomorrow. Went for a good canoe ride earlier today too, so might do that again tomorrow and just film a bit of the river. It was really nice actually, big deep water hole out there, so I might film that tomorrow. Cheers guys. Hey guys, so day 3, this is our second last day or last sleep, and then in the morning we're getting up and going. We can have a fire today, which is good. The owner came down, or the caretaker came down, said that the fire danger is down. They've given us a drum there with some fire retardant in it, so just in case the fire did start to get out of hand or whatever. We've got some timber over there just in the middle of the dry sort of ground car park, and I've got a fire pit, so we're going to have a small fire in the pit so we can cook our tea and yeah, make at least one night where we can have a campfire before bed. Got the drifter firewood sling working today. We've been down the back here to the creek and picked up what timber we could. A lot of it's just pine, softwood, and a lot of it's damp where it's been laying in the river, so it's not going to burn real good for coals and stuff, so at least we can have a campfire before we go. Haven't had one yet this week, so bloody awesome, those firewood slings. I'll put a link in the comments below. I've done a review on that on the channel, so be sure to check it out. 40 bucks I think they are. Money well spent. Cheers guys. Puds. What are you doing, Dougie boy? Doug? What are you doing, mate?
He's trying to make it hard for himself.
Let me stop laughing. Stop. Stop.
Barney, both could have been here for this.
Her and I should have been on it together.
Oh, what do you know? How little are they?
Sure that's what it was before?
What?
Was it when you thought it was this?
No, that was definitely dragonflies.